We were driving home from a company networking event, the kind where everyone pretends to enjoy forced smiles, cheap wine, and awkward conversations about future growth. My wife sat in the passenger seat, heels kicked off, scrolling through her phone like she had all night. She looked polished, confident, too confident. Something about her energy felt distant, like she had already left the car emotionally even though her body was still there. The city lights passed by in long streaks across the windshield. I was tired but relieved the night was over. I glanced at her, expecting some small comment about the event, maybe a joke about our coworkers. That's when my phone buzzed. One notification, unknown number. I almost ignored it, but something made me glance down at the screen at the next red light. I didn't know she was married. She's with you right now, isn't she? My heart skipped, not raced, not slammed, just skipped, like it missed a beat on purpose. I didn't respond. I read it again, slower this time. My wife was still scrolling, smiling faintly at whatever was on her phone. Another message came in. I'm sorry, man. I wouldn't have touched her if I knew. The light turned green. Cars behind me honked. I drove forward automatically, my hands steady on the wheel even though my chest felt hollow. I didn't confront her right away. I don't know why. Maybe shock. Maybe instinct. Maybe a quiet part of me already knew the truth and just needed confirmation. 5 minutes passed in silence. The car felt smaller. The air felt heavier. Then my phone buzzed again. Ask her about the conference trip last month. That did it. I pulled into a gas station without saying a word and turned off the engine. The sudden silence was loud. I turned to her slowly. Who is he? I asked. She blinked. Who? I unlocked my phone and handed it to her. The color drained from her face. Her fingers tightened around the phone, and for a split second, I saw fear, raw, unfiltered fear, before she masked it with irritation. This is nothing, she said too quickly. Someone's messing with you. I tilted my head. So you don't recognize the number? She hesitated, half a second too long. Maybe. He's from work. He's confused. I laughed quietly, not because it was funny, but because it was insulting. He says he didn't know you were married, I said. Wants me to ask you about the conference trip. Her mouth opened, closed. She looked out the window, arms crossing defensively. It was a mistake, she said. It didn't mean anything. I stared at her. You skipped the part where you deny it. Silence. That familiar silence. The kind that creeps in when lies collapse under their own weight. We drove home without another word. She cried softly. I felt nothing. Not anger. Not sadness. Just a strange calm, like my body had already decided this marriage was over and was sparing my heart the shock. At home, she followed me inside, talking nonstop now, explaining, justifying, blaming stress, blaming work, blaming me. You were distant, she said, always tired, always busy. I turned and looked at her. So you replaced conversation with another man? I asked. Replaced honesty with secrecy? She reached for me. I stepped back. Don't, I said. Not now. I went to the bedroom and sat on the edge of the bed we had shared for years. She stood in the doorway, crying harder now. I chose you, she said. I came home with you. I nodded slowly, after being exposed. That night I didn't sleep. I replayed moments from the past year, late nights, guarded phone calls, sudden business trips, emotional distance I had blamed on stress. By morning, the shock had turned into clarity. I asked to see everything. She refused at first. Then she relented. Messages, photos, voice notes, hotel confirmations. Weeks of betrayal hidden behind smiles and excuses. The man texted again that morning. I told her to come clean. You deserve better. Irony has a cruel sense of humor. I thanked him, blocked the number, handed my wife her phone. "I'm done," I said simply. She broke down completely. Promised therapy, promised change, promised to cut him off. But something inside me had shifted permanently. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. I didn't beg for answers I already had. I asked her to leave for a few days. She did. In the quiet that followed, I realized something painful but freeing. The message didn't end my marriage. It revealed it. The betrayal wasn't just physical. It was months of emotional abandonment I had tried to ignore. A week later, I filed for divorce. She fought it at first. Then she blamed me. Then she tried guilt. Then silence. Months passed. I rebuilt my life slowly. New routines, new friendships, new peace. The nights were lonely at first, but honest. No guessing. No waiting for phones to buzz. No silent punishment. One evening, long after the divorce was finalized, I received another message. From her. I ruined everything. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. I stared at the screen for a long time. Then I put my phone down without replying. Because some messages arrive too late. And some betrayals, once revealed, can never be undone. No matter how quietly they began on a drive home from a work event.